go in here and claim this home as my own. We're not in the middle of a zombie apocalypse.
I doubt almost anyone in
No.
here has been through a rough time.
Hey, guess what? This house, the door is open. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 008919, State of Texas versus Simon Anthony Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Albert Chitis for Mr. Hernandez.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, man.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance. Did you understand you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 months in the state jail facility, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am. I was trying to figure if I might be able to get 6 months. And
Oh, no. So let me stop you there. I'm just going over what the plea bargain for you is.
yes, ma'am.
And then your attorney, if he wants to, he can argue for less. So according to this plea bargain agreement you reach, it's a cap of 8 months in the state jail facility. So what that means is that the court could sentence you, if I found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, the court could sentence you anywhere from 180 days up to the 8 months. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
State, any evidence? All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. At the time of this offense, my client was homeless, no ID, no job, nowhere to live. What happened was an act of desperation on his part. He knows that. He knows he shouldn't have done what he did. He's trying to get his life back together. It would be helpful if we could keep the sentence at the minimum. The state is at 8, we're at 6. We're asking for 6. He doesn't have an extensive criminal history. He's just a guy who was homeless and saw an open car and got in. Shouldn't have done that.
All right, so what is his criminal history?
Because of Odyssey, it's a little hard for me to
All right,
print
what's
it
your
out.
criminal history?
I had a possession charge, got dropped in the past. I had a terroristic threat. There was against a public servant, there was a misdemeanor. I also ended up having a trespassing charge, and before that, I think I fell asleep at a swimming pool. I forgot what I was arrested for, but I was arrested for falling asleep at a swimming pool. I didn't find nothing on me, nothing like that. I just was arrested for it. They told me I was resisting arrest, I think it was.
Okay. Yes. Any objections to the court reviewing the criminal history?
No objection.
Thank you. And how old are you?
27.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll hear any argument for time.
Understood. Well, I think what Mr. Hernandez really means is that it was easier for him to take advantage of someone else in order to help himself. And from that perspective, 8 months seems more appropriate as punishment for this offense.
All right, so Mr. Hernandez, I don't understand why, if somebody is homeless, which I understand there's an issue and people are homeless, and being homeless is not a crime. I don't understand why people think the go-to, and I should say some people think the go-to when you're homeless is, oh, let me commit a crime because I'm homeless. And then spare me, I was homeless, so I stole a car. And you stole a car and you drove it and you didn't have identification, you didn't have a license, and you didn't have insurance.
I would like to say it's not that I stole a car, I was sitting at a park. I mean, no one told me I could drive it, but no one told me I could. Like it's
Oh, okay. So,
Truthfully, it was just there and unlocked. It
so there
left
was a
open.
vehicle there that was unlocked. Was that your vehicle?
No, ma'am.
Did you pay for it?
No, ma'am.
Did somebody have a for sale sign on the outside saying anyone who comes upon this vehicle, you have the permission to take it?
No, ma'am. I just seen an on car just there, and it was hot outside that day. I really had nothing to eat, nothing like that.
So
nothing
you just
going
took
on.
the car?
I didn't take it, ma'am. It was still at the place that it was at.
Mhm.
I didn't go any
Oh, they
really
found you
anywhere.
at the park with the vehicle.
Where I found the car,
Mhm.
there at that park. I didn't go anywhere except for one time. Just I went down the road real quick, came right back and stayed at that park.
Mhm.
I didn't take the car from there, nothing like that. I found it there on and running. So I sat in it for a while. Whenever the cops seen me, I was outside the vehicle.
And your bags were in the vehicle.
Just one. Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 8 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Let me explain something to you. Whose ever car that was, and they have the complainant's name in here, guess what? They go to the store, whether they leave their car with the keys running or whatever, they should be allowed to do that. Should you do that? No. But I'm sure when that person came from wherever they were, they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, did I park my car somewhere else? They're looking for their car. Next thought, was my car towed? But it couldn't have been towed because I parked it in an appropriate place. So that person, let's say that person had an infant with them and they come out and it's hot because you said it was hot. They come out with an infant. No, let's say
Car, ma'am.
it's hot. They come out with an infant and their car is gone. Now, guess what? What is that person supposed to do? Oh, I see a car here. There's nobody in it. Let me just take it. Guess what would happen if everybody here, I'm sure everybody here has seen a vehicle before where maybe the keys are still in it or maybe nobody's sitting in it. What do you think would happen if everybody here said, you know what? I don't want to take the bus today, but this car, I know it's not mine. I'm just going to get it in and drive it away.
I doubt almost anyone in
No.
here has been through a rough time.
And you know what?
sometimes.
And then, hey, guess what? This house, the door is open. I don't have a place to stay. Let me just go in here and claim this home as my own. Yeah, that's not happening. We're not in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. So there are laws, and one of the laws are don't take what doesn't belong to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Mhm.